Good morning, everyone. Dr. Steve Stoller, Fundamental Health Solutions. Welcome to our Move Right Mondays. You know, we're the doctors that like to think of ourselves as coaches. We like to teach people to think right, eat right, move right, and live right. So today we're continuing on our series of these 7 fundamental movements that everyone requires, every human needs to require. We're going to dovetail on a previous exercise, which was the twist that we had before, right? And so we're going to modify that just a little bit to add 2 of these core movements, which is the chop and the lift. Again, we're going to use our stick mobility. We're not really using any other resistance. It's more of an activation or a warm-up type of thing, but trust me, if you could see the sweat on my brow, you would know that it's a lot of work. The other thing that I also will say is you can do multitasking here. So in this position, I'm in a lunge position, so I'm actually practicing my lunge. You could do it from a standing position as well and add more intensity. But for most of my clients, I like to work with them on their knees in this tall kneeling position because, again, like I noted previously, it opens up the hip and creates better stability for them and with a little bit less intensity. You, of course, can progress it however you want. So the lift and the chop. For us then, instead of having like the twist where it's straight on and we're just doing straight thoracic mobility this way, which is what we showed previously, this time we're going to do more of the lift. I like to think of it as old kind of farm boy strong. I'm from Indiana, and so I like to think of that, have that Indiana farm boy strength. But unfortunately, I've never really thrown bales of hay. But if I was, it would probably look a lot like this. The stick would be on the side, pulling out in this outward direction. I would bring it up and back, like I'm throwing the hay up into the haymound. Now the chop is actually, if I was chopping wood, I squeezed my hands together. Now I'd bring that same stick with the elbow straight down to the side. Pull apart. Lift. Squeeze together. Chop. Again, you can do it on either side. There's a whole host of internal muscles that are activated when you do this position, and there's a requirement of stability. You can make it harder by going narrower. You can make it easier by going wider. You can make it harder by coming off the ground. You can make it easier by keeping on the ground. You can sit down and do these same things. If you're unsteady on your knees, depending on your age group or your stability level, you still can raise it up and chop it down. Lift it up and chop it down. Matter of fact, in this kneeling position here, you're going to feel a lot more back muscles activated, especially if you have a tight thoracic spine. So I encourage you, work on these 7 movements. The 2 that I gave you are critical functional lines. Every human requires them to move well. We have to be able to lift and we have to be able to chop. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Dr. Steve Stoller. Thanks for watching Move Right Mondays.